the timing on when it should develop and how strong it could get as it makes landfall tomorrow, exclusively on TBF Cyclone. Happy Friday, January 9th, 2026. Quickly, I want to go over Invest 90B. That has been brought down to a low chance of development in the next 24 hours. I do not expect this to develop. Previously, it was a high chance, but it never really looked organized. I never really expected it to develop. So right now, it's just bringing heavy rain to Sri Lanka and India. So that storm had the chance to be the first Northern Hemisphere tropical cyclone of 2026, but it did not end up doing so. Invest 92P currently has 40 mile an hour sustained winds and a high chance of development in the next 24 hours. It should have developed by now, but it hasn't. If we look at it on regular satellite imagery, you'd say, like, why isn't this a storm? Well, there needs to be more of a center. There needs to be clouds in the center for a storm this week, and the clouds are just outside the center, and it kind of looks like a giant eye, even though it isn't an eye. And if we turn on the winds, all the winds are basically in the area where there is no cloud. However, even if this doesn't develop, impacts will be probably just the same based on how the storm is looking right now. Winds are going into Townsville, pushing surge into the Queensland East Coast. A surge with storms like these isn't too much, but there is kind of not really a bay, but a kind of an angled coast where if it's angled inward, then like a bay, for example, that's a great example. If it's angled inward, then storm surge is more there because it just keeps collecting in there. There is a bit of that going on here. Townsville, again, getting some surge right now. It should make landfall tomorrow, assuming it does develop. The forecast, actually, I want to show you the infrared satellite imagery. So right now, it's not really looking too interesting right now. However, maybe overnight, it is looking more organized than it did yesterday. There is definitely a low-level circulation, and it should develop. It doesn't have much time to, but it still should. The forecast models with this storm, starting with the Google AI, they show the storm actually getting, this is their peak intensity, 49 knots, so around 50, 60 miles an hour. So something like that. That's how strong they show it getting 60 miles an hour, which is a mid-range tropical storm. We'll see if that does end up happening. It might not even get that strong, assuming it doesn't even develop. With the other models, sorry, I'm not very prepared. Here we are, Australia. The European forecast model is showing the storm actually. So what's supposed to happen is, like, the center of low pressure is actually supposed to like move down to where these southern clouds are. I'll show them to you right here. So there should be some more flare up of thunderstorms, and then the center of low pressure should just move down there, and it should start rotating around there. The European forecast model is showing the storm reaching about mid-range tropical storm status, maybe high-end tropical storm. The GFS model, however, showing it high-end tropical storm, low-end hurricane equivalent, 70 to 75 mile an hour winds. So I'll be monitoring this closely. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. See ya.